Hey, sir, if you would please tell us your name, spell your last name, and your position.
Yeah, it's Adam Sharkey, S-H-A-R-K-I. I'm a lieutenant with the San Diego Police Department.
Thank you, sir. Can you tell us what happened this morning?
Yeah, so this morning about 1 o'clock, San Diego Police received a text to 911. Try that again. This morning, just before 1 o'clock, just after 1 o'clock, the San Diego Police Department received a 911 text, so a text to 911 that said that somebody felt threatened and they are being held hostage in an apartment here in the Claremont Mesa neighborhood. So police arrived, they began investigating, they gathered additional information that corroborated that someone was being held against their will inside the apartment here. They tried negotiating to get that person out safely, and around 3:30 that person did come out safely, and about 4 o'clock the suspect then surrendered. That suspect has been identified as Brandon Grosso, G-R-O-S-S-O. He's being arrested for false imprisonment, among other charges, and I also believe he's being arrested for committing a felony while out on bail.
Okay, and this individual, you guys are aware that he's some sort of influencer? Can you touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, I can't get into those details at this point. There's information that we're still working on as part of this investigation. Obviously, he was just taken into custody a few minutes ago. We still have to conduct the investigation into the false imprisonment. This may be a domestic violence incident, so we have to investigate the domestic violence aspect of this. So it's still very early in the investigation. The good news is everybody is safe, suspect is in custody, and the neighborhood can kind of get back to normal.
Okay, you said false imprisonment, so she wasn't being held with... Can you explain that?
Yeah, so false imprisonment is a criminal charge under 236 of the California Penal Code, where somebody's being held against their will. So false imprisonment is just the, I guess, the legal term for it.
I was confused. I thought it wasn't legit. Her claims weren't legitimate.
Yeah, there's so someone being held
okay.
against their will,
Okay.
and then obviously there's some nuance as far as being held hostage. There's a separate section for being held as a human shield. That doesn't seem to be the case here. It appears to be someone who's being held against their will in a domestic violence type incident where everybody is safe. Now, what kind of force or fear was used as part of that false imprisonment, that's part of the investigation.
Okay.
Now, he was thought to be armed at one point. Have you found any weapons yet?
So the Special Weapons and Tactics team and the emergency negotiators were called out because this was deemed to be a potential hostage situation. The SWAT team officers are currently inside rendering the room safe, making sure there's nobody else inside the apartment, and then if there's a need to search or obtain a search warrant, things like that, that'll take place. But we're still very early in that process.
Can you give us the address? Do you have an address?
I don't have it handy. I can give it to you once we're off camera.
Okay.
Anything you'd like to add, sir?
No, I think we're good.